really deep rust on the backside. That rust remover product turned it black, almost like a rust converter, but I'm not comfortable with it. I don't know what it is, don't know how it works. So I got some Durham NS1, which I know is great. Gonna try to get all of the scale off and then treat it with the NS1 on the inside and prime it, and I'm gonna sand all of this off, all of these rust marks, try to get it as close to bare metal as possible, and then see what I can do to make it nice and shiny again. I'm trying to show, yeah, you can see there a lot of dents. Like from afar it looks okay, but you get up close, you see it's really dented and banged up. So I'm gonna try to smooth some of that out. I do intend to put some Bondo over it before I prime it and sand it down, but I don't want to rebuild it with Bondo. This stuff in the back is really not coming off. I want to like take a screwdriver or a chisel and see if I can scratch it off. The really hard part is getting rid of all of these tiny little bubbles where the chrome is starting to peel off from the underside or underneath the chrome. I need to break through that because I'm certain it's just going to keep rusting if I don't stop it. But you can clearly feel it, so I'm just going until it's smooth. There, smooth as silk. You can still feel that. This stuff is awesome. Okay, so I'm going to try to find the high and low spots the same way one would do with normal body panels. Got some 320 grit here. I'm going to sand the block sand the thing with a small piece of wood, and it should show all the high spots, and then obviously the rest are low spots. So I want to keep the detail of the emblem as highlighted as possible. So I'm gonna actually remove the paint in the concaves, but leave it on the ridges.
Queen of hearts, when everyone folds, your fork still holds your place in your bed, showing no regret. Close your eyes to hide your lies, roll the dice. You got me tiptoeing around you like you're made of glass. Got an invincible fence letting everyone know not to trespass, but you're bound to break down, bound to lose, get knocked right out of your boots when I use my witchcraft. too loud and you're talking rude. You're playing a game, driving me insane. Your heart is back, and it's a fact, no turning back. You got me tiptoeing around you like you made of glass. Got an invincible fence, letting everyone know not to trespass. But you're bound to break down, bound to lose, bound to get knocked right out of your boots when I use my witchcraft. When I use my witchcraft. Come on. You got me tiptoeing around you like you made of glass. Got an invincible fence, letting everyone know not to trespass. But you're bound to break down, bound to lose, bound to get knocked right out of your boots when I use my witchcraft. When I use my witchcraft. I've got my moves, I've got my song. When I turn my mojo on, I'm feeling fine, I'm feeling strong. It won't take long when I use my witchcraft. When I use my witchcraft. Watch me use my witchcraft. I'm gonna use my witchcraft.
Wouldn't lie to you, doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me. She knows how to drive a truck, but she lets me pick her up when we're going dancing. My heart's
So I've spent at least 8 hours on this end to end. Primed it, bondoed, sanded, bondoed, sanded again. I should probably do another layer of primer before I spray it. I'm not going to. I'm over it. I doubt that the time investment that I'm putting into this is going to be worth it. We'll see how it goes. If it really looks good and promising, I'll do the other ones. I have extra. This is a spare, so if I completely mess it up, it's not the end of the world. But hey, it can't look worse than it did before I started. Now, I did do the wrong thing and bought the cheapest one. There's another brand that for half the content is 6.5 times the price. This was 50 Rand. The other one was 350 Rand for a much smaller can, for like 180 or 150 ml can. It's measured in some US units. So anyway, I'm gonna try this. Let's see how it goes. The problem with this spray is that I'm sure that every imperfection is going to stand out like a zit on the forehead of the prom queen. Oh, look at that, it's horrible. I should stop now.
Stop! You are wasting time. Really? Stop it!
I mean, you could not feel those lines. You could not see them. And that's why I should have sprayed it another layer of primer. That's where I sanded through the primer and the Bondo showed. Idiot. Don't know what I'll do. I'm gonna let it dry and decide.
A few moments later.
Now, I could probably just prime over this and sand it again. Probably what I'll do. Man, I messed up.
I got this primer from the local hardware store. It is supposed to fill better than the one I have been using. I also sanded out the mess I made previously.
So this stuff fills in really nicely. Gonna let it cure properly this time. Then take some probably 800 grit, sand it, spray, sand, spray, until I'm happy that it is 100% smooth. I have now sanded and painted and sanded and painted and painted and sanded and sanded and painted a gazillion times. I don't know if I can make it any better. As I go along, trying to fix one imperfection, I create two more. So yeah, this is it. I'm deliberately trying not to spray the Borgward emblem, so I don't want to, cover up the actual engraving. I'll do that on the final coat.
If you have made it this far, please consider subscribing.
Don't know what those little droplets are. They almost look like moisture. We'll see what happens when it dries. It's nice. Now I just need some white wool tires on this, and it's gonna look awesome.